Welcome, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Eve Irvine, and I'm the Chief of the Torrance Police Department. Welcome to our promotional ceremony. I have to say promotional ceremonies are, quite frankly, one of my favorite events, and it's truly because I enjoy seeing the people within our organization publicly recognized and then being able to advance into positions where they can have an even greater positive impact. Today we have a group of 11 amazing individuals who, when all added together, have over 197 years of law enforcement experience, 17 collegiate degrees, and have collectively worked nearly 100 assignments. They have each dedicated themselves to our law enforcement profession and our community as a whole. More importantly are the countless lives each of our honorees have touched, which probably is why many of you are here today. At this time, I'd like to recognize and thank all the dignitaries that are present, and thank you for supporting us from our elected officials as well as other department heads. Mayor Patrick Fury, Councilwoman Heidi Ashcraft, Councilman Mike Griffiths, Councilman Jeff Rizzo, City Manager Leroy Jackson, City Attorney Patrick Sullivan, City Treasurer Dana Cortez, CIT Director Rick Shigaki, Community Development Director Jeff Gibson, Community Services Director John Jones, our Finance Director Eric Zhao, Public Works Director Robert Bestie, and my partner in Public Safety, Chief of the Fire Department Martin Cerna. Did I forget anyone? Good. Welcome, everybody. Thank you. The support the other departments have in the city of Torrance is absolutely overwhelming, and we all support each other, and that just helps bring together the total family atmosphere. So at this time, I'd like to bring up Chaplain Dave Hudson for an invocation.
I welcome you to join with me in prayer. Almighty God, creator of all things, visible and invisible, and faithful sustainer of what you have made, we pray today as people diverse in many ways, from different places of faith and places of doubt, yet united today on this important occasion of promotion. From the first man, Adam, you gave us the divine command to dress and keep the Garden of Eden, to take care of, watch over, and guard. This is a work of high calling. It continues and is celebrated today. Thank you for each of these individuals recognized here, whose police work reflects a craft that is appreciated for its actual value, as a service that is complex, important, and serious. Thank you that they care deeply that it is all done well. We ask for your continued help and blessing on each of them as they work to advance knowledge about what works and about making decisions about the right thing to do. You know that police work can deplete every aspect of the person, physically, mentally, and emotionally. We take this moment to prayerfully ask and receive a constant reversal of this depletion through your sustaining love, protection, and presence, so that each and every member of this team may possess a resilient spirit to work as a whole person. And each whole person here today is here through a great deal of love and investment from many family, friends, and loved ones. We thank all those who have contributed in any way to this moment of promotion. We are so grateful to celebrate such an achievement. It is moments like these that we are reminded that in your eyes, God, each of us is worth more than anything we can achieve. With this worth in mind, I say thank you for today and this event, and ask your blessing on each and every part of it. In your great name, amen.
So before we start, I'd like for all of our promotees to please stand and look around the room, all those people here to support you. And let's give them all a hand. I also want to recognize, we have a lot of retirees from the Torrance Police Department. I also want to recognize you and thank you for your support. If you are a retiree from the Torrance Police Department, could you please stand? I know you're around. I've seen a lot of you. Thank you all for the legacy that you left. Please look around. This is your legacy, so thank you. Okay, so as I've stated before, we have 11 people here today that we're congratulating and promoting. And I know this formal ceremony is overdue for some of you, and I've apologized. However, I'm truly excited for each of you as you begin to flourish in your new roles. So without further ado, let's bring up our first honoree. Tracy Gowdy, please join me on stage. Tracy Gowdy was born and raised in the city of Torrance. You'll see a theme here with a lot of Torrance born and raised kids. After graduating North Torrance High, Tracy worked for a telecommunications company where she spent 8 years. In 2013, Tracy was hired with the Torrance Police Department and began working in our records division, where one of her primary responsibilities was processing UCR data, which is Uniform Crime Reporting, which has to do with FBI and all these other acronyms that we in law enforcement use. But trust me, it's an important thing. In addition to her administrative duties, Tracy is on 2 very important committees: our trauma support team, which offers peer assistance to all of our employees, and 2, our awards committee. This group is responsible for ensuring our annual awards ceremony runs smoothly, and in March it ran very well. When Tracy isn't hard at work, you can find her at Disneyland or at home baking. Our records division is known for their annual bake-off competition. Tracy was actually crowned 2016 Records Bake-Off champion. And trust me, whenever this bake-off occurs, I so want to be there because it's legendary in our department. Tracy is also an experienced flutist, having played for over 20 years. Tracy was promoted to administrative assistant on February 17, 2018, and is assigned to our detective division. Please give her a round of applause. Before I bring up all the police officers, I have a favor to all of the family members. Please don't stab them. We need them back at work. So if you're pinning on the badge, please be careful. Okay, Sergeant James Walker, please join me on stage. James Walker IV was raised in the city of El Segundo. After graduating high school, James attended UC Santa Barbara and Santa Monica College, where he earned an associate's degree in business administration. He later attended Cal State Long Beach to earn his bachelor's degree. James began his law enforcement career with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department in 2002. 2 years later, he joined our organization. During this time here at the Torrance Police Department, James has worked the following assignments: patrol, FTOs, which is field training officer, and detectives. James is also a 2-time Life-Saving Award honoree. He got recognized at our last Medal of Valor ceremony. And as a matter of fact, just last week, your first week out as a sergeant, he saved another life. So if anything happens, you want to be where he is. In fact, one of his life-saving efforts was highlighted last year on NBC Channel 4. James is also a softball guru. He currently plays for a team that honors fallen Downey police officer Ricky Galvez and plays for our Torrance home team. James was just promoted 10 days ago and is currently working as a field supervisor. James' special guests include his parents, James III, and Mary, and his 4 children, Taryn, Drake, Gianna, and I know this is hard to believe, but James V. Here to pin on his badge is his wife, Leslie. Next up is Sergeant Daniel Vasquez Jr. Please join me on stage. Daniel Vasquez Jr. was born in Harbor City and attended North High School here in Torrance. After high school, Daniel went on to earn his associate's degree in criminal justice from El Camino College and a bachelor's degree in vocational arts from Cal State Long Beach. Daniel's career in law enforcement actually began in 1999 when he worked as an explorer for the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department for about 4 years. He also worked as a police cadet for the El Camino Police Department during the same period of time. In 2004, Daniel was hired by the Torrance Police Department. Thus far, he has worked the following assignments: patrol, mall detail, DUI, vice and narcotics, and FTOs. When he isn't fighting crime, Daniel enjoys the do-it-yourself projects and a love that was passed down to him by his father. Daniel was promoted on May 27, 2018, and is currently working in patrol as a field supervisor. Here to pin his badge on are his special guests, his mother, Josefina, and his girlfriend, Elizabeth. Sergeant Ken Krumbach, please join me on stage. Ouch. Kent Krumbach was born in Torrance and raised in El Segundo. After graduating high school, Kent attended the University of Redlands, my alma mater, where he obtained his bachelor's degree in political science. Kent began his law enforcement career in May of 2007 and has worked a variety of assignments to include patrol, community lead officer, vice and narcotics, and FTOs. Kent is also a member of our SWAT team. Kent was recently promoted to the rank of sergeant on May 27, 2018, and is currently assigned to patrol as a field supervisor. Now, I apologize to all of our USC football and Anaheim Angels fan, but Kent is an avid UCLA football and a Dodger fan. Bring it on. Kent's special guests include his two sons, Caden and Conrad, his mother, Kathleen, and his mother-in-law, Debbie. There are also officers from the El Segundo Police Department here in attendance. You'll notice there's many of them here. And that's in recognition of not only Kent and his promotion, but Kent's father was a lieutenant for the El Segundo Police Department and unfortunately passed away 4 years ago. And I know that he's looking down on you and is just brightly smiling. Everyone here is so proud of you and your father. Here to pin Kent's badge is his wife, Ashley. Sergeant David Ortega, please join me on stage. David Ortega was born in San Pedro and graduated San Pedro High School. David earned his associate's degree in Administration of Justice from Long Beach Harbor College. David actually began working for the city in 1985, where he later became a supervisor in our street department. He later transitioned to become a police officer in 1995. He saw the light. As an officer, David worked a variety of assignments to include patrol, DUI, motor detail, and FTOs. David was promoted to the rank of sergeant on March 5, 2017, where he currently works as a field supervisor. David truly loves spending time with his family. Between he and his wife, they have raised 8 children, who have now 7 children of their own. David is a skilled woodworker and can usually be found in his shop on his days off. David's special guests include his mother, Norma Miller, and extended family. Here to pin pin his badge on is his wife, Barbara. There's a lot going on here, it's okay. It's not easy being up here. Sergeant Jerome Taylor, please join me on stage. Jerome Taylor was born in Hollywood, but was primarily raised in the cities of Long Beach and Chino Hills. After graduating high school, Jerome attended Hargrave Military Academy in Chatham, Virginia, where he earned a degree in world history. Jerome holds a degree in the administration of justice as well. In 1994, Jerome enlisted in the U.S. States Navy, thank you for your service, and served our nation. After serving in the Navy for 4 years, Jerome began his law enforcement career with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department in 1999. In 2002, he was hired here at the Torrance Police Department. Jerome's assignments have encompassed patrol, communications, FTOs, and the Crime Impact Team, which is also known as the A Team in a lot of circles. I know, I'm dying up here. Jerome Taylor was promoted to the rank of sergeant on March 5th, 2017, and is currently working as a field supervisor in patrol. Here to pin his badge on is his wife, Vanessa. Now we're going to move on to the rank of lieutenant. Lieutenant Cody Charlie, please join me on stage. Cody Charlie was born in Newport Beach and graduated high school in 1993. Oh, boy. And he's a lieutenant. Cody attended Cal State Fullerton, where he obtained his bachelor's degree in criminal justice. More importantly, this is where he met his wife, Christine. Cody later obtained his master's degree in emergency management and homeland security. Cody began his law enforcement career 18 years ago and has worked assignments such as patrol, detectives, DUI, FTOs, and most recently internal affairs, and that's just to name a few. Cody was recently promoted to the rank of lieutenant on May 13, 2018, and is currently working as a watch commander in patrol. Cody is not only the first law enforcement officer in his family, but also the first within the Dunlap Band of Mono Indians tribe. As far as department personnel are concerned, Cody may be the only officer who currently owns 4 baby chickens. Yes?
Yes.
Oh yeah, they got all the dirt on you. Cody's special guests include his 5 kids, Mia, Megan, Grace, Liam, and Cole, and his parents, Jean and Judith Charlie. Here to pin his badge on is his wife, Christine. Lieutenant Gregory Tittle, please join me on stage. Gregory Tittle was born in Fontana and graduated from Ganesha High School in 1991. Did I say that right? Okay. Gregory then attended the University of Laverne, my other alma mater, way to go, where he obtained his where he obtained his bachelor's degree in psychology. Gregory began his law enforcement career with our department in 1991. During his time here, he has worked patrol, FTOs, vice and narcotics, DUI, and research and training. Gregory was promoted to the rank of lieutenant on May 13, 2018, and is currently working as a watch commander in patrol. On his off time, Gregory enjoys traveling with his family. When he isn't traveling, you can find him in his garage working on classic cars. Gregory's special guests include his wife Marissa, son Cody, daughter Megan, and his foster child Ben, and his mother and father-in-law, Ray and Monica Alber. Gregory's sister-in-law, Rachel and Oma Inga Alber, are also here in attendance. Here to pin his badge on is his wife, Marissa. You'll notice some of the officers who come up on stage actually have a little straw. When I pull out the first badge for them to put on the second one, you'll notice a little straw. And that just makes it easier for whoever is pinning the badge on to make sure it goes in. It's kind of like remnants of the old academy days. Lieutenant Charles Fisher, please join me on stage. Charles Fisher was born in Twain Harte, which is a small town on the west side of the Sierra Nevada mountain range in Northern California. After graduating high school in 2000, he attended UCLA and worked part-time at the UCLA Police Department. Charles completed his bachelor's degree in 2004, then began his career here. During his 14-year career, Charles has worked a variety of assignments, which include patrol, detectives, vice and narcotics. As a sergeant, Charles has supervised the community lead officers detail as well as collateral duties such as our gang enforcement team and our canine detail. Charles was promoted to lieutenant in January of 2017, where he is currently working as a watch commander. Charles enjoys camping and backpacking with his wife, soon-to-be 2-year-old son, and his dog named Skinny Dennis. Your dog has 2 names. Your dog has 2 names. All right. I'm not even going to ask. In attendance is his mother, Donna Fisher, and here to pin his badge on is his wife, Bridget, and their son, Ford. Now we move on to the captain rank. Captain Mark Athan, please join me on stage. Mark Athan is another local born and raised in the great state of Torrance. I know, I feel the same way. Mark attended West High Torrance High School and graduated in 1987. I don't feel that bad. But even before he graduated, Mark was already preparing himself for a career in law enforcement and community service. Between 1983 and 1986, Mark volunteered as a Torrance Police Explorer. He was later hired on as a civilian service officer in 1990, where he worked in our jail. In 1991, Mark was hired as a police officer. Mark is actually a second-generation Torrance police officer. His father, William Bill Athan, served 14 years between 1968 and 1982. Mark has continued the family tradition and has gone on to work such assignments as patrol, vice and narcotics, research and training, communications, and community affairs. Mark was promoted to the rank of captain on April 29, 2018, and currently commands the Support Services Bureau. Mark holds a bachelor's degree in business management and a master's degree in emergency services administration. When he isn't working, Mark simply enjoys spending time with his family. Both of his daughters are in attendance here today as well, Brandy and Kendra, and here to pin his badge on is his wife, Lisa. My Vanna White left me. That's because we're here for the last person to be promoted today, and certainly not last, Deputy Chief John McGeff. Please join me on stage. John McGeff was promoted to the rank of Deputy Chief of Police on January 21st, 2018. Throughout his 31-year career, that doesn't make me feel so bad. Throughout his 31-year career, John has worked, well, just about every assignment within the police department. As an officer, he worked patrol, metro, FTO, SWAT, vice and narcotics, and was an academy drill instructor. As he moved up the ranks, he worked as a field sergeant and supervised the jail staff. Later, he commanded the Community Affairs Division, Personnel Division, Traffic and Special Events Division, Research and Training Division, Emergency Services Division, and ultimately the Administrative Bureau. As many of you know, John is an avid runner. He's kind of a running snob, actually. In fact, he has framed quotes in his office such as, "People always ask why I do it. I wonder why they don't." Another quote, "I think I'm tired. I'll go for a run." And then the third one is, "Run the extra mile. It's never crowded." And I got to say something. We were getting ready to hire. Actually, we did hire recently a new officer. And when I read his bio, I was so impressed because he ran like a 6.5-minute mile. And John said, "He's in high school. He should be running faster." Yes? Yes. Yes. John holds a bachelor's degree in criminology and a master's degree in emergency service administration. Here to pin his badge on is his wife of 27 years, Sabina, who is also known as his better half, as well as his two sons, Alex and Brennan, both of whom serve in the armed forces. Thank you, gentlemen, for your service. Unfortunately, John's 3 dogs, 2 of which are rescues, couldn't be here this afternoon because they're too busy guarding the house when he goes for his runs. Sabina? That is the epitome of a true civil service committed family. Please give everyone another round of applause. To our promotees, it's important each of you to remember responsibilities that come along with your promotion. Stay true to our core values and treat each other and everyone else better even than how you would like to be treated. And now please join me in a video tribute. Vanna, where do I go?
This promotion means a lot to me personally and professionally. It means a lot to my family. I think it probably meant more to my wife and my two sons than it did to me. Early on in my career, I thought a lot about myself. I was pretty selfish. It was all about me and trying to get things, get to places that I wanted to be, make training, make probation, get to narcotics, get to SWAT, things of that nature. But many years ago, it stopped being about me and it started being more about other people and about the organization and about the city and about the community. I feel like at this point in my career, I'm at a place where I have more influence for positive change, and I think that's the biggest reason why I'm still here at Torrance PD.
As a new member of the command staff, as a new captain, I think that there's two things that I need to keep focus on. First being that I am a public servant, and it is my full intention to best serve the community where I can. Second is also serving the officers and the civilian staff, all members of the police department. When it comes to their best interests, their training, their safety, their working opportunities, that I have their best interest in mind as well. And I just want to be that command staff member, that captain, that is looking out what's best for the community and what's best for the employees of the department.
Yeah, I put a lot of emphasis on relationships. That's something from day one, being a Torrance police officer, just the relationships with the people I work with, sworn or civilian. I think that that's one of the most important things we could have at our department, is positive relationships with our peers.
There is a considerable amount of change coming to this department in the next few years. With these promotions, with promotions to come, with recent promotions, with that comes opportunity. There's a lot of opportunity for change. Young people coming up, bringing new ideas to the table. It's exciting. I think we can move forward in a positive manner. I think we're going to be better, and I have full confidence in our employees. The stuff they bring to the table is outstanding.
If I had to choose the single most important thing to me that I hope to accomplish as a sergeant, it would be to provide my officers with the tools that they need to survive a 20, 25, 30-year career in law enforcement. Law enforcement is one of the toughest professions out there that someone can go into, and with the political climate today, the scrutiny that officers face, and just the challenges with the changes in the laws, officers could feel overwhelmed, and I hope that I can pass something on to them to help them weather through those storms and retire with all of their mental capacities, healthy and happy, and putting family first, and just all the things that are important.
So my hope is that I'm the type of leader that is credible amongst both my subordinates and the people who I work for. I've been through a lot on this department, and it's my hope that the decisions that I've made and will make will be appropriate for each of the situations that I face.
A few friends that were in records with me, and they moved out to be admins a couple years prior. So when the position opened up again, I got a lot of encouragement to kind of get out of my comfort zone and try something new. I like that I'm learning kind of the other side of some of the things we used to do in records, kind of getting a bigger picture of what we do in the department.
We're fortunate here at TPD to be able to hire the best of the best. And now as a new lieutenant, I get the opportunity to go back to patrol and develop those relationships with officers and hopefully be part of their future success.
To be promoted as a police sergeant is truly a humbling experience. It is a true blessing to work for this department, and it is a privilege to have worked the assignments that I have worked.
I think the biggest thing for me being promoted is that it puts me in a position where I can more effectively help out the officers below me now. I have a good crew, a good watch of junior officers who are really excited about their job every day, who work hard, and now I'm in a position where I can guide them, train them, look out for them, help them be successful in their careers going forward.
I knew I wanted to be a police officer from a very early age. My dad was a police officer, sergeant, and lieutenant in the city that I grew up in. He also was my hero. Unfortunately, my dad has passed away a few years back. However, I know that if he was here today, he would tell me to be reflective upon the journey that got me here and to continue those same qualities going forward, because you would not be in these shoes if it wasn't for your past work of hard work, success, interpersonal skills, and treating people the right way.
There's a saying that it takes a village, and it certainly took a village with me. Fortunately, growing up, I had a lot of family support, including my grandfather, George Thompson, my Aunt Becky, my Uncle Gene, my Aunt Judy, and their family and friends. I had tremendous role models, mentos, and mentors growing up through the organization. But I think the biggest person that I'd like to thank is my wife, Sabina. We've been married 27 years. I can honestly say that everything good that has happened to me over the past 27 years of my life has been because of her, including our two sons, Alex and Brendan, who are truly our pride and joy. We're very proud of those two, and I wouldn't be where I am today without my wife and my two sons.
I'd like to thank my wife, Lisa, for this journey we have taken together over this 26-year career. It's been quite a journey, and I really appreciate all the support that she's given me. And also my daughters, Kendra and Brandy, for standing by me throughout my career as well, and understanding when I don't come home on time, or if I'm on the phone, or all those things. So to Lisa, Kendra, and Brandy, thank you.
I'd like to thank my family, my brother, my mother, my beautiful wife, who's supported me from the very beginning. She's let me play cops and robbers for the past 13 years and put up with that. So thank you. I want to thank everyone at work that's either worked with me, for me, that I've worked for. It seems like I've benefited so much and learned so much more than anything I taught them, to be honest. So thank you.
I would first like to thank my wife, Marissa, of 21 years. She's one of the main reasons why I'm here today. My son, Cody, my daughter, Megan, as well as our foster baby, Ben, who's 11 months old, and hopefully one day we'll be able to adopt him. I would also like to single out retired Deputy Chief Kevin Greger. He hired me and saw something in me. Thanks, Kevin. There's so many people out there that I would like to thank, but there's too many to name, and you know who you are. Thank you very much.
I just want to thank everyone that's given me advice and guidance over the years. It really means a lot to me. And I want to thank the department and the command staff for giving me the opportunity to be in this new position. Thank you.
I'd like to thank my wife, Ashley, for her constant support, for being there 24/7 when my phone would go off in the middle of the night, or I would be on my way home from work and I would have to call her up and tell her that I'm making a U-turn and I have to go back in. She was always supportive of the direction that I was going, and supportive of picking up the pieces of our family with regards to our children. I could not be here today if it wasn't for you. Thank you. I love you.
Really like to thank my wife, Vanessa, for helping me through this entire process. It was a very long and trying time, long nights studying, and she helped me out as much as any person possibly could, and I was really appreciative of it. Thank you.
I'd like to thank my girlfriend, Elizabeth, for giving me the encouragement through this difficult process. My parents, Josefina and Daniel Sr., for raising me with the highest level of ethics and integrity, and the Torrance Police Department command staff and Chief Irvine for entrusting me within this position.
I'd like to thank my lovely wife, Barbara, for her encouragement and support throughout this process. I'd also like to thank my peers for the many of you who provided encouragement and insight into the process and really contributed to my success in obtaining this position within the Torrance Police Department.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank my wife, Leslie. Through these promotion processes, she has stuck by my side, has made sure that I've had time to study, has kept the kids out of my hair, and just has been really supportive through all the emotions that I've felt throughout this process. And I'd also like to thank my kids for helping me with my studying, for doing flashcards with me, and for being quiet for the most part while I was studying. I'd also like to thank my current sergeant, Sergeant Connor, for just being my advocate, and also Captain Vukatic for just sticking by my side through these processes and kind of guiding me and encouraging me through the hills and valleys of my career so far. I'd also like to thank everyone that I've pushed a car with for the last several years. Officer Solis for bringing me along and teaching me how to be a patrol cop. All my FTOs who trained me along the way. And I'd like to thank all the future sergeants and lieutenants who are going to be training me to be a competent sergeant. And lastly, I'd like to thank Chief Irvine for really trusting me and giving me this opportunity and believing in me that I have what it takes to be a solid leader on this department. So thank you again to all of you that I've mentioned. I know I've left several of you out, but my utmost gratitude for all that all of you have done to make this moment possible.
If I had a list of people I'd like to thank all the lieutenants that helped me. There's a great outpouring of support from multiple lieutenants, but especially Lieutenant Tederiga, Lieutenant Tiandu, and Kyle Goffin gave a large amount of his time to help me prepare for this. On a personal note, the one person that I couldn't have done this without is my wife. She's my rock. She provides so much support to me in both law enforcement and my personal life. I mean, she saw me through this last year having our 5th kid, finishing my master's degree, and studying for the lieutenant's promotion. Doing all this while homeschooling our 5 kids. She's just the best.
So I do want to, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me in the back? Okay. So I do want to tip my hat to Officer McDonald, who did some top-notch work on that video. I looked around the room and there wasn't a dry eye in the house in some of those places. What we were trying to represent was not only are we a professional organization, as you all know us, but we're all human beings as well. And we all have families and friends, and that was depicted in there. So before we finish up with the final statements, I'd like for all of the promotees to please join me on stage. The tall ones can go on that side of me. That's really everyone anyway, so. Sergeant Harris, are we moving this? Yeah? No? We're moving this? It's okay to smile, guys, really, it's okay.
You guys want to show some personality?
Yep. Okay. Whew. Sometimes it's like herding cats. Before we go out and celebrate, I want to thank all of the men and women of the Torrance Police Department. I'm so honored and proud to be your chief. Day in and day out, even in the face of danger, you do an exceptional job, and my sincere thanks to you all. Some of our folks have been up since midnight last night when we had an unfortunate incident, but we have people that have been working 12, 13, 14 hours straight today. Thank you for that. I also want to thank our community affairs folks, Sergeant Harris, our PIO, Scott, who is the facilities maintenance chief for the Cultural Arts Center, DJ Ozzy for providing sound quality, and all those who helped make this event so special. Be well, Godspeed to you all, make us proud. Thank you for joining us. Oh yeah, there's goodies over here you can help yourselves to, some punch and some cookies as well.